Welcome back to another movie review. Today we will be talking about Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. Don't say his name. So, this movie is a sequel to the classic 1988 film, and people definitely will be harsher on a movie like this because the original film was so loved. I did watch it, but I wasn't alive when it first came out, so I don't have the sense of nostalgia towards it. So I'm not going to go harder on this movie than any other movie. So Michael Keaton definitely has a very limited presence in this movie, and that's because he asked for it to be that way. Because that's how it was in the original movie, and he didn't want to change that because he didn't want to upset all their fans of the original movie. So in return, they added some other villains, but they're barely significant to the story. They don't have that much screen time either, and it feels like they got rid of them too quick, and that they weren't really a threat. I would have liked to see more screen time from those characters. And I would have liked to see more screen time from Michael Keaton too, but that was his choice. So this is a lot different from the first movie. Beetlejuice is in the movie, but there's the other villains too, so he's not as big of a focus. And he also actually helps the main characters for a little bit in this movie. Beetlejuice is not as big of a threat in this movie as he was in the first one, because from the start of this movie, the characters knew that they could get rid of him just by saying his name 3 times. In the first movie, that wasn't revealed until the end, so for most of it, they didn't know how to get rid of him. But in this movie, they knew right from the start, so he wasn't as threatening. Spoiler alert for the next part of the review. Don't continue on if you don't want to hear spoilers. So, going back to the topic of the other villains, which were the ex-wife and the dead kid. As I said before, they don't have that much screen time. Like, they were building up an encounter between Beetlejuice and his ex-wife for the whole movie, just for her to get beat right when she shows up. Similar thing with the dead kid too. We think he's about to go with his evil plan, go through with it, and all of a sudden, he falls into a trap door and he's just gone for the rest of the movie. Although I did like the twist that he was dead. I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was actually going to be Astrid's love interest. I didn't expect that to take an evil turn. I don't know if it's because I missed something, but when Lydia starts saying Beetlejuice's name 3 times near the end of the movie, he didn't try to stop her like he did before. It just seemed like he was letting her say his name, which I don't understand. I did like the ending though, because it was really wild. Birthing a Beetlejuice baby was absolutely crazy, and it made for a great ending. And also, the movie as a whole was wacky in a good way. It was a nice laugh, and I really liked how they include some stop motion into the movie, like with that sandworm. So, overall, I definitely recommend this movie. People who loved the first one might not like this one as much, but it's still a good movie on its own, and it's still enjoyable for people who like the first movie. So for the next review, it will be Speak No Evil, which is a remake of an international movie from 2022. I will see you guys in that review. Goodbye.